Coil packs, really crucial to the spark of your engine. This is the thing that distributes the spark to each cylinder. Mine has been cracking for quite a while, and I noticed that a few months ago, and it's getting worse and worse. So today I'm going to swap it out with one of these. Now you don't have to swap it out with a better unit, but I thought, hey, while I'm in there, I might as well upgrade. Apparently this gives us more spark, a bigger bang, more horsepower. How much more? No idea. Probably 0.001 horsepower, but I'll take all the gains I can get. And this needed to be swapped out anyway, so why not? Alrighty, so if you need to swap out your distributor, whether with an OEM product or an upgrade, follow along in this video. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is undo the battery terminal. Just remove power from the car. And then we'll just make yourself some space and remove a couple of these connectors here. After that, things are pretty simple. We're going to undo the 4 HT leads, and then you've got pretty good access and things are quite simple. Press up on this tab like that, pull it out, there we go, so that's disconnected. And now all we really got to do is take this off its bracket using the Torx bolts. You just need a T25 socket, T25. So just get them all loose. These are just really finger tight. They're not really torqued down all that tightly. All right, so once they're all undone, just lift upwards. There we go. Okay, so here is my old unit, and this is what I'm replacing it with, an MSD coil pack. So let's see what we've got in here. So we've got the MSD unit itself, which is over here. Just take a look at that. There we go. Now immediately you'll be able to see that this is quite a bit larger than this one. Can you see that? And also the plugs on this are different to this. So you will need new HT leads if you do decide to go with this MSD product. Now I've decided to do that because I'm hearing that this gives you a better spark, which means better horsepower. So I thought I need to replace this anyway, so why not? I might as well just upgrade it while I'm at it. But if you aren't going for this, if you just want to replace this with another Motorcraft product, you can keep your HT leads as they are. But in any case, that's the new unit, and it comes with some hardware because as you can see, this one lays flat, lays flush against the bracket, whereas this one has this thing underneath, this indentation. So you're going to need to run some brackets underneath this over here. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this MSD pack on the car. So let's go and do that. Okay, so to put the new one in, you pretty much install it in the same direction as the old one. So that'll be like so. And before you do, you're going to need this hardware kit, which comes with the MSD ignition. Some longer screws. You're also going to get some spacers and some star washers that go on the top. So really what you want to do is put these underneath, kind of like this. 1, 2. Try not to drop these. 3 and 4. And then this goes on top, just like that. And then feed a star washer onto a bolt and put the bolt in. Okay, so to tighten this up, we used a T25 to take the factory one off, but this one actually needs a hex socket and you need a 4mm. So that's a 4mm hex socket. Again, just go finger tight here. We don't need to overdo anything. And now that that's on nice and tight, we can reattach the plug and reattach your mass airflow sensor. Now at this point, if you are using an OEM replacement, you can literally just plug everything back in. But because these plugs are different, I'm actually going to change my HT leads. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so here are my new HT leads from Massive Speed Systems. Look at this. It even comes already pre-attached there, and comes with some lube too, so that these don't get stuck when we put them back in. So let's take the old ones out. 2, 3, 4. Out you come. Get a little bit of grease on these so that they don't get stuck. Alright, and then just drop the suckers in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the firing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the firing order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you basically put number 1 onto this one, number 2 goes in this one, like so. Number 3 is this one, and this will be your 4th. So I'll put the 4th one in first. There we go. And there we go, all done. A new HT leads on, MSD ignition coil pack on. So really all we've got to do now is reconnect the battery using our 10mm. There we go, and cover goes back on. Done. Let's start up the car. Okay, now your car's been off for a little while, so just turn on the ignition and let it cycle. And just wait 30 seconds, let the ECU catch up to what's going on. All right, let's give this a crack. All right, everything's idling nicely. And it's all looking really good. That's kind of it. That's how you replace your ignition coil. Alright guys, so there you go. That's how you replace an ignition coil on a Ford Focus Mk1. It's important to do these because they do control your spark. So like I showed you earlier, mine has started to crack, and before it led to any trouble, I decided to swap mine out. But the things to look out for are a bad idle or stalling or anything that's got to do with the revs on your car. Take a look and make sure that this thing isn't cracked. And no, I don't blame Ford for this being cracked. It's not Ford's fault. It's the fact that this is a 20-year-old plastic part really. And that's what happens to plastic. Doesn't matter who builds them, plastic will dry out and crack over time. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this where I work on my own cars in my own garage, much like you could, then please hit the subscribe button and comment below, let me know if you enjoyed this video. But all in all, a fairly easy job, really quick to do. This honestly will take you 10 minutes. And it's good peace of mind. I no longer have to worry about this part cracking any further and potentially causing me idle issues down the road. Now that's all done, apparently this MSD gives out bigger sparks, and if it does, it gives you a couple extra horsepower. Don't know if it does or it doesn't. Yep, it definitely has another 0.5 horsepower. I can definitely feel it. But enough chit chat from me. If you need to do this on your car, then I hope you follow along in this video and try this on your car. See you next time.